What internet marketing expert should you spend your valuable time listening to? Listen to someone who has over 20 years of web marketing experience and hundreds of website marketing success stories. That man is Aaron Sparks from Site Strategics. And this is Edge of the Web Radio.
So what we're talking about is an article from Nick Stamoulis. Oh boy, I get in trouble with that. Stamoulis from Search Engine People. It was actually a really good article. We came across this and we wanted to bring it to your attention. We'll have the link on Edge of the Web Radio. So basically, Google's not out to get you. You may feel that. Especially if you've been an online marketer for a while, there have
or you have a big SEO company.
Or you have a big
locally.
This may be hard for some site owners to hear, but Google really doesn't care about your website success. What they care about, just like every other online business owner, is their target audience. You might be in business of selling enterprise software, dog grooming services, or small business financial consulting, anything. Google sells organization of information. That's what they sell. All right. Y'all done there?
I am.
Okay. Part of the reason Google has a search market share, it does, is because for a very long time they've been providing the best search results possible, and people want to use a product that produces great results. So, I mean, if you go to a dog groomer, Tom, and that messed up your poodle's cut every time, would you go back to him?
No.
No, you would not, would you?
I love my poodle.
I'm saying. Would you hire a Foo-foo the poodle. Would you hire a financial consultant that gave you terrible advice?
Nope.
No, of course not. Like every other business owner out there, they're wanting to provide the best possible product.
Right.
And Google wants to make sure all the search engine results give users what they're looking for, so they'll come back to Google time and time again. Yep. So then why should we even bother with SEO, John?
I have no clue. I've been trying to figure it out for years.
Okay, for those who don't know the anachronism, it's...
Well, how about for those who don't know John?
Yeah. Let's tell you about John here for a second.
Search engine optimization.
Exactly. Search engine optimization is SEO, and that's how you groom a website to come up naturally in the rankings for Google. You might say, if Google doesn't care about your website's success, then why should I even bother with SEO?
Yeah, and it should be said that Google provides a lot of information for optimization because this is machine language. It's not, they can't solve all of the world's problems, right. And they don't have the natural intelligence to be able to just find you the best answer at this point.
Yeah.
At this point.
It's coming.
So what does Google do? Well, Matt Cutts and his team, they launched Google Webmasters, and that's basically an advisory role to provide agencies like yours the advice on how to better optimize the site. So make it easily findable by search engines. Right. Make it so that you can rank when you deserve it. And I joked before, but it was mentioned. It was mentioned in a local publication that Google's algorithms hit pretty hard, and they stung both bad SEO firms and good SEO firms, but I have to disagree. I mean, the SEO side of our business has been flourishing. Has it been doing well for you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So search is still a primary means of people to discover.
Google still wants that machine language coming from your website.
To discover your business. People wouldn't be searching it every day if it wasn't useful.
And on top of that, it's the highest points desktop searches that have ever been.
And they have great intent when people do a search in like you said, for financial advice in a Google search. The intent is that they are looking for someone to help them with that. So if your business isn't there and somebody else's business is, that's when you lose out to that business. So if you're a deserving, company that does that kind of stuff, you should be listed there. If you're not listed there, it isn't that you're a bad person or someone else is cheating or anything like that. It might just simply be that you haven't done the basics of what Google needs you to do to show your site.
Absolutely. And a lot of times, just that simple nudge
is enough.
Is enough for a local
huge
business
sometimes.
to be, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's just plugging into the leads that Google gives you. Searchers don't want spam; they want information. And your SEO efforts help Google provide the results that searchers are looking for.
Yep.
And in return, your website benefits from an increase in traffic, online brand presence, and ultimately more business. We understand that equation. So SEO is not going away. If anything, they're asking for more pure types of machine language communication to Google.
Yep.
Okay, and they've been getting smarter and cutting away the spamming that has been happening, the bad type of mojo that exploiters have been using to try to lift up different domains.
And great agencies love it. We love the fact that Google is getting better at this because we're not competing anymore with cheaters. We're not.
Yeah.
When we have a good company that has great content, they rank. It's as simple as that. And and it used to be really almost impossible because of all these black hat guys that were everywhere.
Yep.
Well, Google may not necessarily care if your online business succeeds, and that I was kind of teasing you there. It's not their business to see that you're making money on your site, but they do want your site to have the best SEO possible, which is why they provide site owners with so many resources.
Yep.
If you're just tuning in, this is Edge of the Web Radio. We're talking about the fact that Google is not out to get you, and this is an article from Search Engine People. So why doesn't Google tell me how it works? In a perfect world, Google would lay all the cards on the table and tell site owners exactly what they needed to do to rank well, right? But since there's not that many site owners that feel that Google is simply, they think that that Google's playing games with their livelihood, and that's not the case. They're providing plenty of good information to be able to do that. If Google did share all the information of every bit of the algorithm, you better believe there'll be exploits beyond what we've seen so far.
And there still are. People still are. I mean, you guys see the sites we see. I saw Search Engine Land, I think, where they showed that they ranked higher for Matt Cutts by duplicating his content and manipulating. So there's still problems with the system that people are willing to exploit. But for the most part, they've chopped that down, and then this summer, right? They're taking another huge stab at it.
Absolutely.
The Penguin update is going to be big.
They rolled out Penguin, which they nicknamed different updates to their algorithm, and Google was not out to get honest site owners, but many of those sites that fell on the wrong side of the algorithm update are still fighting their way back.
And they're going to be fighting again when the new Penguin update comes out this year.
That's right. So it's time to get your site. We look at ourselves sometimes as doctors. We need to give you a health check on your website. We've got plenty of tools that we pay a substantial price for on a regular basis to be able to give you the best guidance possible, to be able to look at the health of your site, get the leads on your site, and be able to tell you what the 80-20 is, what's going to help you the best.
Well, you had mentioned financial advisor. That's the perfect analysis. That when you have someone that comes to you and they say, "Look, you give me $10,000 and I'm going to double it overnight."
Right.
You're going to tell them to get lost, right?
Yeah.
But when you go to someone and they say, "You know what, we can make you a moderate safe percentage every year, but it's going to take some time and it's going to take some effort, 6 months, a year, 2 years. But if you put a little bit at a time, we can get you that return that you're looking for when you need it. It's the same here. When you have an SEO firm that's coming at you, knocking at your door saying, we're going to rank you number one on all these terms and it's going to take us 3 months, run.
And I want to talk a little bit more about that. You talked about firms and about how some firms are saying that they got hit and that all SEO firms got hit. What it is, if you take that analogy and you say, well, you put all your eggs in the mortgage, and now the hits came out, and I'm sorry, you lost your butt on mortgages, but that doesn't mean that all the other financial companies put all their eggs in mortgage.
Right.
And
Exactly.
That's the exact same thing.
Absolutely.
The tactics that you were using, Google has disavowed basically and
And
said,
it's a very good example.
do it
We're a
anymore.
portfolio manager. We'll
Yeah.
put a little bit of effort into these different areas, and a lot of times we'll put some more focus based on where your community is, where the exchange is happening.
Diversity, and we
Yeah.
also cater it to the strategy you're going after.
That's right. That's right. I mean, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of SEO blogs, and we just have to warn the do-it-yourself SEO, the do-it-yourself business owners that try to apply it themselves. There's plenty of education out there, and this show is one of those points of
Yeah.
education. We've been talking about this for a good solid year. In fact, next week we're coming up on our 50th episode. Pay attention to all the videos that we sent, because guess what? Everything we've talked about has not changed.
Yeah.
Everything, all the different topics and
Strategies,
terms and strategies that we've talked about are still present and still relevant right now, and that's what we try to focus on. Good things that are
we
not.
we always knew what was the right thing to do and what wasn't, right?
That's right.
So keep working on the right things and don't go on that roller coaster ride that's
No.
going to take you down.